All right, Jesse, thank you. And that's a live look. You can see Jesse standing outside
There
there.
he
We've been previewing what will go on at the Taste all week, and we're pretty excited you're taking that live look downtown as people are preparing for the big day tomorrow in Lafayette.
Yep, that's Reilly Plaza, and this is the same area, in fact, where you'll be able to find Gina and me for our 1-hour live broadcast. We get underway at 6 p.m. tomorrow.
That's right. I'm pretty excited, too. If the weather's anything like today, it's going to be a beautiful taste. I'm sure big crowds tomorrow, Jeff.
Yeah, a lot of heat tomorrow. That'll be the thing. We're talking about mid-90s, some places upper 90s in our northwest, so keep the water. At least it's not going to be humid. Very low humidity and pretty high fire danger. We'll be back tomorrow afternoon. Now, notice the little spin in Iowa right here. This is a little MCV, or actually maybe even a surface low forming here. A lot of times when you get a lot of storms over a large area, the pressure at the surface will drop and you'll spin up a little low pressure. So this little disturbance, if you will move to the northeast this weekend, and there'll be a cold front about right here that's going to fall apart northwest of here. Those two things said, we may have a couple isolated storms that, if the humidity can rise, could pop tomorrow night and Sunday, but it's only 20% coverage, and that is only if we can get this humidity up, because today, boy, it is incredibly dry. Dew points in the 30s with temperatures in the 90s. We got to get dew points into the 60s if we're going to get any rain. Back to the maps. 3D here, the main weather story, there's a little hope. A couple isolated storms, not only Saturday night, but also on Sunday. Fire danger will be with us. And if we would happen to pop a couple storms, if you get a lightning strike and no rain near a storm, that could ignite a little brush fire. So that'll be something to watch. 9 consecutive days at or above 90, and then after that, the next chance of any rain would be next Friday. 45% coverage of scattered storms. Tonight, not as comfortable as it was last night, but still low humidity. About 60 to 65 for the low, 64 at Fowler and Lafayette, about 64 as well at New Richmond and Waveland, 61 at Camden. Hot tomorrow. 96 at Monticello, 95 Lafayette, 97 at Morocco, and 94 from Colfax down to Waveland. So a really hot Taste of Tippecanoe. Slightly cooler Sunday, a few more clouds bubbling up. 91 Winnemac, 92 Fowler, and 90 at Frankfort, and 90 at Camden. The key on Sunday, though, we've got to get the humidity up there. We've got to get the dew points up to around 63, 64, 65 if we're going to get anything. Nonetheless, couple isolated storms not out of the question Saturday night into Sunday. Then it's dry Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 96 on Wednesday with the wind cranking up with the fire danger. And then finally by Saturday, some scattered storms. 7-day forecast. There's your only hope for even an isolated storm. Saturday night, Sunday, and then it's dry, windy, very hot, 96 Wednesday before we get some scattered storms again there on Friday. But for the Taste of Tippecanoe, 95 degrees. It'll feel like 95, but because the air's so dry, you're going to be losing a lot of water. So keep the water handy tomorrow.
Absolutely, and that's a tiny percentage of 20% there too, isn't it? But
we can get.
We'll